Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy Ibrahim, aka Palorican Beast 718. As you can see, this is my last box for now until I get a new prescription again from my doctor. This is gonna be week 25 of Wegovy 2.4, and here it is. What's up, guys? This is your boy Ibrahim. Like I said, I'm about to inject myself real quick. Okay, there you go. Just like that, week 25. Wegovy 2.4 milligrams. As you can see from my face, I look a little sad. Well, July 4th was the worst day of my life because I'm gonna let you know, but before I say anything, I might just start breaking down and cry right now. So just to let you guys know, if you see me crying, it's because I'm very sad right now. July 4th, like everybody celebrating, having a good day, whatever. But honestly, July 4th, 2023, it's going to be the saddest day of my life. Because, as you all know, my mom's in the hospital still. She went to rehab, but then she went straight to the hospital because of her sugar at the time. Well, that's what they really thought it was. Turns out it wasn't the sugar only. She had an infection before when she was in the hospital, which was okay. She got better because, she had the fever and then she got better. Well, the infection actually never went away. Somehow when she was in ketoacidosis, somehow she had a stroke. Like I said last time, and nobody actually was aware of it, not even the doctors. They never told me, they never called me or told me anything. So that second stroke did damage to her heart and to pretty much her other organs. In other words, she has she had a blood transfusion last week because she had low blood cells. The white blood cells, I think it is, or the red blood cell. I'm not really sure which one it is. Well, supposedly it was very low, so they had to give her a blood transfusion. They did that, but it turns out how there's more problems to it now. Because she has pneumonia now in her lungs. So she's suffering so much that she has the pneumonia. She's coughing up a lot of phlegm or whatever it is. But it's not phlegm. It's actually some kind of liquid. But now it's in her lungs that is causing her to have pneumonia. Technically, it's the same kind of liquid that she actually had. The same kind of fluid, not liquid, fluid. It's the same fluid that she had when she had it in her heart, around her heart. So somehow it came back, and now it's in her lungs, and now she has pneumonia because of that. But it's not only that. Like I said last time, she had blood in her stool. So they were supposed to give her endoscopy and a colonoscopy. I mean, endoscopy and a colonoscopy to see where the blood's coming from. But now they can't do it because she's bleeding a lot from the stool. And the fact that she's diabetic, so what's more messed up now is the fact that she has gangrene in her right foot, in the right toe, the big toe. She has gangrene there. And on her heel, the bottom heel of her foot, on the right side. So it's a lot of stuff going on, which is the fact that they don't want to do no amputation to her foot, I mean to her toe or to the heel because of her diabetes. Because it's very, and plus she has a blood infection, so she's gonna bleed out, and she could die that way. But then again, that's not the only thing that's that's happening to her. Since she had that stroke, it did damage to her heart. So they don't want to give her no chest compressions either. Because they know if they do the chest compressions, that it's gonna hurt her even more than the pain that she already is in, And it's more messed up for me because they already told me that I gotta say goodbye to her because she doesn't have that long to live because of the pain that she's in. She's suffering so much, and it's causing her damage to her lungs, to her liver now too. And they found something in her. They found something in her. I don't know what it was, but they said some kind of could be some kind of blockage that they found in her. And it's weird because she was there for a different reason, and all this stuff happened to her. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do without her. Because, we all thought that she would go to the hospital, then go to rehab like she was doing for 2 weeks and 2 days. And then she had to get rushed to the hospital. So I thought, and they thought, and everybody, my friends, they all thought, she'll be in the hospital. They could treat her, and she'll get better, and then she'll go back to rehab, and then she'll start, doing the physical therapy, and then come back home. But change of plans. Because it's not only the thing I just said before about her lungs, her liver, her heart, and the fact that she has the gangrene. No, it's not only that. Her whole body is swollen, that it's causing her to actually ooze out with fluid. But it looks like the color of water, because it's like clear, like sweat. So that's another thing that's happening to her. And then the fact that her left foot is oozing out the fluid now too. And it's like it's oozing out, but it's also making her skin, or you could say her foot, actually like not peel, but like get dry skin. And then on top of it, it's not like sweat or whatever. Now it actually has an odor that's actually, so it's like there's no way for her to get cured or to get better because all the stuff she's going through, it's actually causing damage to her whole body. So the doctors told me I gotta start preparing for the worst because she's not gonna make it. So I told them, don't do the DNR, do not resuscitate, because she's already going through so much. She's suffering, and it's sad because it's like she actually knows that she's going soon. Because especially today, well, yesterday, when I was there, and the day before that when I found out on July 4th about her situation, that it got worse, I told her I love you. And she told me I love you too, even though she was kind of like mumbling it because she can't really talk. And the fact that she's in so much pain, because one, she's not walking, so she has no mobility at all to walk. And they're giving her all these antibiotics and IV and potassium to help her get better, but it's like she's not getting better at all. And she's gonna leave me for good soon. So it's like I never had to go through this, you know. I mean, I did when my father passed away, but I was 17 years old. I was still in high school when he passed. And I started cutting school, hanging out with the wrong people. And my mom caught me when I cut in school one day in the park that was right next to the school I used to go to. And I got suspended for a week because I choked some kid out because he was making fun of my father when he passed. And I ended up getting left back. But then I graduated a year later, so that was okay, you know. But the fact that I'm going through so much right now, the fact that my father passed away, I was 17. Then another person I cared about, my uncle, may peace be upon his soul. And peace be upon my dad's soul as well. My uncle, my mother's brother. I was very close with him because he was the one that got me into liking baseball and liking the Mets. Too bad I never got a chance to go with him to watch it live. You know, that's something he probably would have loved. Then I lost another person that I cared dearly about, one of my friends' grandfather. His name was Mexico. They used to call him Mexico because, he was Mexican, but the fact that he was, known as Mexico, like everybody would call him that, he was very close to me too, And then I lost another person named Millie. She was very close to my mom, And when she passed away, it hurt me a lot because I was the last person to see her alive before she passed. And then after that, both my dogs, Bonnie and Buddy, I still miss them to this day. One was 13. Yeah, Buddy was 13 and Bonnie was 12. Yeah, they lived a long life. my mom. She's gonna go soon. So now I see, I'm right here in my chill spot, just hanging out while to smoke some hookah probably. Well, anyways, I'm just looking at the hallway in the living room, and her room is right there next to it. So now whenever I look, it looks so different, So now I'm gonna have to just take everything out of the room that she had and just be alone by myself. Which is hard, to think about, but it's the truth. I mean, yeah, eventually, we're all gonna pass away, but nobody expects it to be so soon. I didn't expect my mom to pass away this soon. She won't even see me have kids one day. She won't even be there for my kids when they get older, and so now it's gonna be more harder for me than ever because, I mean, yeah, we had our ups and downs, but we always forgave each other. Like, I must have said some stupid shit that I didn't mean at the time, but then she said stuff, but at the end of the day, we will always, make it up. But now it's going to be different because now she's going to be gone for good. So now it's going to be even harder for me just to be alone, And I'm doing all this on my own. Nobody's here for me, like that lives with me or actually there with me, to see all this stuff going through me. So it's even harder for me just to even think about it. It's so hard right now. I never expected this anytime this fast, this so soon. But then again, like they say, life is just, it's not promised forever. It's only on borrowed time. But I didn't expect like this soon, like this, So now it's like, how am I gonna move on, I mean, people never really move on when their parents or their loved one, like a girlfriend or wife or boyfriend, husband, whatever, passes away so soon like this. It's just gonna be so different, And it's gonna be weird at first because I'm used to seeing her every day at the home, And I'm just gonna miss all the good stuff, the good times we shared together, Like sometimes I would order breakfast for me and her from McDonald's. Her favorite was the pancakes, and mine was the egg and cheese with steak. The steak, egg, and cheese. That was my favorite, but they recently brought it back out, but they changed the recipe and everything because it tastes different. But anyways, forget about that. Well, yeah, like I said, I used to order breakfast for me and her some days, like on a Saturday, depending what day it was. Now I won't be able to share that with her anymore. And there was times where me and my best friend and my nephew, well, my best friend's name is Gorky, so there was times where me, him, and my nephew, Momo, aka Muhammad, we would go to Junior's downtown Brooklyn on DeKalb Avenue, and we would eat over there. And then I would bring some food for my mom. you know. But now it's going to be different because I won't be able to do that no more. And when she was in the hospital first, I actually would bring her food from Junior sometimes. And now it's going to be so different. Not to see her at home or even go to the hospital and see her. So now I just been calling everybody I know, whether they're close friends of mine and close friends of hers, to let them know what's going on. And they all told me, if I ever need anything, to let them know, because they're always going to be there for me. But now, it's just going to be so different alone, I'll be okay. I'll be okay, but it's going to take time for me to actually be alright. But at least, you know what? At least I still got my YouTube channel, and I could, talk to you guys more about how I'm feeling and stuff, when that time actually happens. Especially when that time comes, because that's going to be the saddest day of my life. And July 4th was the worst day of my life, but the day she passes is going to be the saddest day of my life. So it's like, there's so much stuff going on but I promise to her that I'll be okay, and I'll continue to be strong for myself and for her, and hopefully one day I'll be successful, more than I ever was, especially now with this YouTube channel that I have. And maybe I could finally do what I want to do, with myself and business-wise. I just hope it really happens, what I'm talking about with my new business, if it happens soon or not. Anyways, this is your boy Ibrahim, aka Pally Rican Beast 718. Remember to follow me on Twitter. You can subscribe to me on YouTube, and you can also add me on Facebook at Ibrahim A. Mustafa, or you could just, send me a friend request or whatever on Facebook if you want, or just keep it here on YouTube, or you can add me on Instagram at Pally Rican B718. Anyways, peace out, one love, be easy, one.